the transfer window is open, and I've done some business. As I mentioned, most of these guys, they're future prospects. Only one of these guys is going to be a guy on the first team. Well, after a disappointing end of the season, it is time to get buckled down. Season review, transfer special. Should be a lot of fun. Go ahead and check it out. Here we are. The new arrivals. We brought in quite a few guys. They really like the Hotech deal, B plus on that 7.14. We spent some money on Zion Fleming's 7.10 C plus for him. Kirsten a C. Spent some money, 300K. I mean, they're gonna like a lot of these guys because we spent money on them. Vanema a B. Douglas a B minus. Brought him in for free. And here's where it gets a little interesting. See what they like about some of these other guys that I brought in. Stojanovic a C. Okay. Samaria a B. Alvaro a C plus. Ismar a C. Okay, I thought he was a little bit better than that, but I mean, St. Gary, they really liked him because we didn't pay any of his wages. Salazar a B minus and Patrick a B minus. We've got some work to do this offseason, guys. We're going to be working hard. You guys wanted me to make sure that we didn't make it. You didn't want to be relegated. We finished 5th in the league. Oh, B minus on the rest of it. It looks like, it does suck that we're not getting anything. Sponsorship it stayed the same. Broadcast revenue goes up a little bit. Corporate and hospitality up a good portion. Competition prize money goes up a good bit as well. With being within all the international competitions we was in, and match day goes up as well. Happy with that. Delgado was the fans player of the season, young player of the season. Signing of the season was Hotech. Goal of the season was Tom. Goal scorer Fleming. Most assists was Hay. Player of the matches was Fleming, and then highest average rating was Delgado. Fleming broke a couple records as well, and Dutch Young Player of the Year was Delgado. He's going to get a lot more playing time this next season, and it's kind of hard to argue with that right now, isn't it? I mean, I think you could say Susan probably needs to come out, but I don't know if I would put Fleming in there after one season. I really don't. It's a bit tough for him. So, make the most of set pieces. We didn't do that. Play counterattacking football. Play attacking football. Okay. Work within the payroll. I want to build a new stadium in the next 5 years. They want us to avoid a relegation battle this season. I think we can do that. We're going to accept that. And I'm going to actually ask for a new contract as well when we're done with this. Hey, Delgado, bud, I didn't even know it. Good job out there. It was disappointing, So, let's vote for the lowest ratio people. Jurgen Dirks. You're getting a vote. Fred Rutten. Where are you at, Fred? I'm looking for you. Freddie. And then Frank Wormuth. Where are you at, Frank? At the bottom. Good job, Frank. Proud of you. So proud of you. I'll deal with this in a little bit later on. Not that worried about it. We'll get another one of those in a week. End of team season things, all that stuff. Discuss the plans. We're going to piss them off. You know what I mean? It's always going to happen. In the next season, they want us to finish mid-table. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm clicking all the buttons. Let's see. We'll be getting down to business on trying to earn a mid-table finish. I'm very confident. That's fair enough. You don't believe in us? That's fine. I finalized that. Yep. That worked out. They didn't believe in the mid-table, did they? Jesus, Murphy. Yikes. Sorry, that's what the board wants, guys. Don't be upset with me. Can't fight that. And as I said, we're going to ask for ourselves a new contract. I want a new contract. Give me a new contract. More money. Let's see if they give us one. Go ahead and cut myself off. I want to see if they'll give us one. Hey, there we go. They give us a new contract. So, son of a bitch. That's not enough. $3 million. Oh my God. I like this. We're building a new stadium. Don't know about anything about it, but we're getting a new stadium, I guess. Okay. I would have preferred more money to work with. I almost automatically just started bumping that down. Ugh, man. I mean, they did go up in payroll a good bit, but transfer budget wise, I gotta have more than that. I really do. So, are they actually building the stadium? Because it doesn't seem like they are. I'm not going to ask for anything in terms of like trying to upgrade stuff because it's kind of pointless at this point. We need to take a look at the depth chart though. There's some work. So as we mentioned, before we can take a look at that, let's take a look at the people that are leaving the club. We know Sangari is leaving, and unfortunately for us, Lucho will also be leaving the club. Do not plan on re-signing him. That is the only two contracts that are expiring. So that being said, we'll have to bring in another center back and an attacking player. Obviously, we've mentioned that before. I do have a center back that picked out that I really, really like. I've just got to make a bid on him. Haven't done it yet. Next season, it'll be Kirsten Mendez and the new guy that I'm bringing in, and we're going to leave Winsink on the team as a reserve kind of player. Left back, I feel we have to improve left back. We have to. I'd really like to improve right back as well. Try to bring in somebody on top of Markello that can go forward, move on the pitch, and really create some problems. Midfield, we're going to keep it the same. Tom Hay, Chavi, Samari, the other guy, Stojanovic, and you guys know that I'll end up signing somebody because he was cheap and I liked how he looked. Left wing, massive hole here. Massive, massive, massive hole at left wing. We couldn't find anybody to fill that role this season. Hopefully we can do that this offseason. Right wing, same thing. We got to find somebody over there. Kestens was probably the most consistent player, but I feel we can do better. Up top, Fleming was good enough. Vanima's good enough. And Ismar, I feel, can jump Vanima by the end of next season. So we're not going to do anything there. Ology would like to keep him still in the lineup. We got Howling there as well. And I'm going to change up some of the scouting stuff this offseason so we can kind of figure out what we want to do. That being said, my dudes, I have a lot of work to do. It's probably going to be a late night for me. So I'll see you when we've done some business. Well, unfortunately, I have a lot of stuff to discuss with you. Some of it I forgot to mention in the first bit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the bad news to start with. Where are you at? Where is he at? Where's my dude at? Chavi. He wants to be sold. So, his release clause in his contract is, I'm hoping that it's 6.5. So for clubs in continental competition. So if it's not one of those, we're going to ask for 7.5, but they're going to either have to meet his release clause or pay more than that. But it's tough. It's really tough. Yeah, that right there. I'm scared. But that being said, it would give us some money to make some moves and stuff like that. But it sucks because he's a Dutch-born player. I'm not going to actively try selling him because I'd like to get a new contract with him if we can. And Ology wants to move on too, but nobody's really interested in him, so I'm not that interested. And we promised 2.5 for him, which it's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. His contract doesn't expire for a little bit longer, so I'm not that worried about him right now. It is something that we've got to keep a note of. That being said, the thing that I forgot, I wanted to go over it. Our reserve teams, right? We said we was going to go over this at the start of each transfer special, and I do apologize. I totally forgot about it. But finishing first in the Dutch reserve competition was our reserve team. They won it by 1 point. Good stuff by them. Happy to see that, Thought it was good. Looking at players that we want to keep a note of, obviously Alvaro, he's on our team. Some of these guys are on our team. I don't see anybody that's really made that jump up to a 2.5-star potential player. But some people that looked good apparently was Ruben Logs. He played pretty well for the side. We want to keep a note of him, see how he keeps developing. Obviously, at some point, we would like to do something with him. And Alvaro was really good in that league as well. average rating wise. Who was our Sofon Dave, a guy we signed a couple of years ago that's a 2-star player, 4-star potential. Don't know if he's ever really going to make it, but put out a really good rating in that league. Happy to see that. And then our under 18s finished 4th in their league, so not as good as a finish for them, which, we're still trying to develop these guys. These guys, it's going to take a little bit. Owen, thought I would show you off as well. You're developing somewhat nicely. You're a 1.5-star player, 4.5-star potential. You have learned how to be a center back pretty well, so that's good. You just got to get your heading up a little bit more and get a little bit, more game time there, and we'll call you up to the next to the reserve side. But a guy that I want to keep a note of is my boy here, Chris Hutchins. I mean, stuff's went down a little bit, but that's okay. He's on vacation. He's on vacation. We want Chris Hutchins. Just remember that name. He's going to be huge for us. And the good news is I've already done some business. The domestic transfer window is open, and we said we wanted to try bringing in a right back that was more comfortable going forward, and I've done that. In Bart Van Roy, purchased him from NAC. He is a 3.5-star player, 4-star potential right back. Looks pretty solid. What I like about him, he likes to knock the ball past the opponent. I would really like to start training this guy on getting further up the pitch, but seems really solid. Fast guy. I mean, doesn't have hardly any holes in his games, which is what we're looking to bring in. And I've brought in some other guys, but obviously the transfer window is not opened yet, so that's good. But they're more of youth prospects. I haven't really found anybody else. Yeah. And I will go ahead and make you guys aware of this. I've purchased a guy. We'll go over just him. We're not going to go over the rest of these guys. Purchased this guy, right? I mean, we're just going to call him Alex to start with. Okay. I hit the wrong button. Hit the right button, Breck. Alex. There we go. He's a 3-star player, 5-star potential. He's 19 years old. When I originally scouted him, he was 18. And when I wrote him down on my list, he was 18. Since then, he's turned 19. And we've purchased him. So we haven't never done this. And one reason why I've never done it is because I don't know how it's going to go in these kind of saves. I don't know if he's going to be homegrown at club. He will be a homegrown at Nation, but at club, I don't know. But I think this guy's going to be a pretty solid player. We purchased him from Red Star. We're not going to go too deep into him because a bit disappointed in that one. But as you can see, I've signed some frees. We'll go over those when the transfer window actually opens up. But something we want to discuss as well, right? We're going to try. We're going to try it again. Senior affiliate. We should see. Yep. Mm-hmm. God. These dudes do not want to budge on a senior affiliate. Jesus, Murphy. It'd be free money. God, why can't the game learn that? It's free money. They want to build a new stadium. And what that is, it's kind of hindering me on upgrading some of our other facilities. I really wish that we would have waited on this because I think that we could potentially build the side up a little bit more but unfortunately for us, they want to go ahead and do that. But we haven't got anything else about it. So it's like, okay, what's the holdup? Because I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, okay, so it looks like it's going to be some time. So does that mean that I can ask for other stuff? I may end up regretting this. May end up regretting this, but we're going to go ahead and ask for some of this stuff. Okay, that's all they're going to let me ask for as of now. So we're going to go forward one day, see if we can talk them into it, because they're not going to want to do it. They never. Holy shit. Okay. Training facilities went through. The other did not. Just send that to my inbox. Got a new scout. Okay, you guys want to say anything about the other thing I asked for? I asked for 2 things. Not just one. Two things, okay? Please answer me. Anybody? Anybody want to answer me? Who? Doesn't seem that way. Long little break here. The game's been taking a while. Want to see if we get that. Okay, I don't care about that. Hey, the youth recruitment went through as well. Freaking awesome. And we lose another we lose another scout. So yeah, I got to find another scout. Damn it. I bring one in just to have to get another one. And I can't remember. You're German. That's what it is. That's why I signed you. So, yeah, some good stuff has happened, obviously, with the club. I'm excited about the player that we purchased. Not excited about Xavi and Ology wanting to move on to bigger clubs, which, I mean, honestly, we knew that was going to come with Xavi. I was just hoping we can get him locked down to another contract before that happened and get his price tag moved up a little bit more. But the thing about Xavi is, like, I am in absolutely no hurry. His contract doesn't end until 2027. Like, unless somebody comes in, bud, you're hanging out here at NAC Breda with us, and hope you get over it. Well, the transfer window is open, and I've done some business. As I mentioned, most of these guys, they're future prospects. Only one of these guys is going to be a guy on the first team, and that is Juan Familia Castillo. He's a Dutch-born player that can play as a left back. I think he's an upgrade over Salazar. I think we are going to end up rolling again with, what's his name? The other one that we have, Patrick, as our left back. I think Castillo will be our backup. And the reason why I think that is he's just really good going forward, isn't he? He's got great pace, runs with the ball down the left, gets forward whenever possible, knocks the ball past the opponent. Kind of what I want out of my left back. I wish that his traits translated over to Patrick's. Then it's the slew of youngsters. We got No here, a goalkeeper that's a 2-star player, 4.5-star potential, formerly of Barcelona. Excited to have him at the club. Think he might end up being something. Jesper Heggie, another goalkeeper, 2-star player, 5-star potential. You can pause and look at these guys if you want to. A Feyenoord, free, why not? Sink Öztürk, the Turkish-born center mid or attacking mid that can play on the right-hand side as well as an inverted winger, 2-star player, 5-star potential. Excited about this one. 18 years old, formerly of Oostende in Belgium. Wesley Coy, a left or center back option that can play as a right back. Just a depth, just a future prospect. You know, we've got to bring some of these guys in. Hopefully they work out for us. He's a 1.5-star player right now, 4.5-star potential. I think he just has, decent potential. He might turn into something. And then the mistake here in Alex. We'll see how this one goes. If it works out and he becomes trained in nation, well, I'm going to start signing 19-year-olds as well. 3-star player, 5-star potential, squad level player, 3rd choice center back. I think he's going to be really good. He doesn't have hardly any weaknesses in his game as a central defender. Obviously, I'd like him to be a ball-playing defender, and he's actually pretty good at it. I mean, his first touch and passing could obviously use a little bit of work, but I am excited about him. I think he's going to be a solid player. And then there is one more that I signed on loan. I signed a right wing on loan. Matisse Soule, I'm guessing Soule, a 3.5-star player, 5-star potential on loan from Juventus. Looks really good. I mean, guys, he's going to be our starting right wing. That is for certain. Gets forward whenever possible. Get to moving. That's what we want this season. We want guys to bomb forward. And I think this guy is definitely going to do that for us. He played a little bit for their under-23s team last year, put out an average rating of 6.84. Big jump forward. Formerly played at Den Bosch in the division below us. Played a good bit as well there. So I think he's really going to help out the squad. And glad that the transfer window is open. It's time to do some business. I'd still like to sign a left wing on loan. And maybe some more youngsters. I don't see a lot of stuff happening to the first team really, unless somebody comes in for Xavi, which cross that doesn't happen. Maybe when that interest in him goes away, we can get him re-signed. Terrence Douglas is wanted. I could potentially loan him out. Don't really care. I would like to loan out some of our guys this season if we can find cover for them. Somebody like Vanderheiden. I would really like to loan out Vanderheiden, but unfortunately for us, just nothing has came in for him. I mean, a player that I think is solid. I still think is solid. I think he could do a good job for us. He just needs to play some more, just definitely needs to play some more. And he could be a choice at left wing, but I feel he's starting to slide a little bit. Send him out on loan this season. Maybe even just start training him as a left wing. That's where we've been training him. And I didn't know we was training him as an inside forward. Just prefer the inverted winger option on that. I think he could be something for us if we loan him out, see if he can develop while he's out on loan, and come back as a third choice. Maybe that'll give Roy some opportunity to develop behind Soulé. We've got 2 more spots that we can fill with for loanees. So that being said, I would like to do that. Just haven't seen it. I would potentially also like to sign another deep line playmaking type of player behind Sabir, because we got to plan ahead in case Xavi does end up leaving. Sabir's not ready. Obviously, what we would do if it did happen, Hay would drop back down to that deep line playmaker. Samari and Stojanovic would be starting center mids, but then it'd get a little bit thin. We need to get something in the center mid option. I don't know how we look in the reserve team at center mid. Let's just sort it by that. That'll be a little bit easier. Kotzabi could play there. He's more of a number 10, so would prefer not to have him playing there. Where else? Who else? I'd be struggling. Let's just sort it by 2-star players. It'd just be easier for me, I think. And we'll just go down the list. So Sofan wants to be a number 10 as well. Ruben wants to be a number 10. Finn Van Bremen, he wants to be a deep line playmaker, or he wants to be a defensive mid. Just got to train him there a little bit. More of a center back. Passing's pretty low, though, isn't it? Okay, we mentioned Kotzabi already. Yeah, I would like to sign another one because I really don't see another guy on this team that could do that for us. Maybe Diego. How's Diego's passing? Tell you what, Diego going to be he's going to be training as deep. Yeah, hell yeah, Diego's a good player. Kind of forgot about Diego. He went out on loan this past year. So, right there, that might be our third choice defensive or deep line playmaker. His training hadn't been the best of late, so we got to get that up a little bit. But I think he could be a player that we could definitely use. Get him training there, see if he can get developed a little bit more. Start doing some traits with him, and see if that'll help him out a little bit. We did re-sign 2 players though. I'm sure you guys might have guessed one of them is Delgado. We re-signed Delgado. I don't know why his name's not here. Delgado, where are you at? I didn't sign you to that low of a term, did I? Apparently I did. Through 2027, Delgado is there. And then we re-signed. What is your name, sir? I'm blanking. Hey, we re-signed Hay. Where's Hay at? Freaking hell, I can't find anybody on this team at this point. We re-signed Tom Hay through 2027. So happy to have those 2 guys back on board. Delgado's contract was expiring at the end of the season, so that's why we've done that. I tell you what I really want to happen, okay? I really want this to happen. At one point, he wanted to come on loan here, okay? I would really like to loan in Ernest Poku on the left wing or on the right wing, either one. I know we just brought Soulé in, but I would really like to get this guy on my team. God, I would love to have that. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to pay that, but dang it, that'd be nice. I'm going to fully scout him again, see if we can get him to even consider us again on loan. Now that the transfer window is open, I'll pay a loan fee. I'm not worried about that. I do have a little bit of money to work with, just as long as it's not a massive, massive loan fee. So, I want to get a right wing, probably a loanee. I don't know what I want to use as my other option at loanee. We could potentially loan in a deep line playmaker to sit behind Tom Hay. That is an option to save a little bit of money and then bring in some youngsters that's on the cheap. That might be, honestly, the route we go because we're running out of money in the transfer budget, and I'm not sure what else we can really do. We got 1.3, but it's not getting us much, really, with our we could sign old players for that, but that's kind of against the rules. Well, my dudes, we have ran out of time. The season is upon us. In tomorrow's episode, I'm hoping it's tomorrow. It may be a weekend. I'm ahead of you guys. We're going to begin up against Almere City and Ajax. It should be a lot of fun. But up first, in the first match, Delgado is suspended for that match. So a little bit bad there. I'm not happy about that. We're without one of our key players, one of the guys that I think would be starting for us most matches this season, unfortunately. Before we get into our transfers, let's go ahead and take a look at the season preview that has us projected to finish 12th in the league. Remember, the board wants us to finish top or mid-table. So once again, we got to defy the odds and get past that like we have in the past. I think we can do it. I think we can. If we can establish ourselves. It's kind of funny because like it seems like from 12th to 5th place usually is kind of tight. So I think maybe if we get back up into 5th place again, we go to the playoffs, or if we somehow sneak into 4th place, that would be awesome. I don't know if it's going to get done. I think our first season was very, very lucky to be able to play in European football. So not sure about that. And a little bit of bad news. Xavi has been leaked to Almeria for $7 million. Oh, he doesn't want to re-sign with us either. That's going to be tough. But I think if we let him go, we may sign one more midfield player. I'd have to look and see if I can find one. See if our scouts have done any good work on that. But yeah, I really don't want Xavi to leave. I think he's our best player. It would be really tough. It would be. I do have a backup plan though. If somebody does come in for Olaji in the works, I mean, I haven't made a bid on him because I'm not going to unless Olaji leaves the club. That being said, it's tough. We've got some transfers though. 2 new guys have joined the club, and sorry about the random cut. We've signed 2 new players though. Mocinho comes in for $700K. He is going to be a backup deep line playmaker, and I really like this guy. I'm really surprised that he's only a 2.5-star player. I don't really see many weaknesses in his game. His flair's a little bit low, but that'll be okay as a deep line playmaker. He's 2.5-star, as I mentioned, 5-star potential. Really excited about this guy. I think he's really going to do a good job being a backup to Xavi for the time being. And then we signed Toure on loan from Watford for 3.5. He's a 3.5-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. That's going to be our new left wing option. Looks really mad in his picture. I mean, smile a little bit, bud, but I do think he's going to do a good job. And I am really excited about what this season holds. I want to see. Okay, we got 13 mil in the bank. We do have some still left to spend in our transfer budget, but can we ask for anything else? So we can ask for, let's try it again. You know, they say no every time, but it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. Okay. It didn't work again. That's a bit disappointing. I do want to try seeing if we can get some other stuff, though. What about that? Can we get that? Will you let me have that? I mean, we're not going to be able to see because we've got a match upcoming. We got to pick the squad. Got to pick the squad out. We're going to be rolling with what we kind of finished the last part of the season. I am going to take off playing to space, though, unfortunately. I just don't think our side's good enough to be doing that yet. So let's do a little bit of a quick pick. And yeah, I think that's the exact team that I would have picked. We're going to have 2 Van Roys. That's going to be a little bit tough. We're going to have Roy, Kirsten, and Alex Familio. We got Castillo. And in the midfield, Xavi, Hey, Samari, right-hand side. We're going to have Sule, left-hand side, Toure, up top, Fleming. I've also brought up Nono onto the bench, our senior team. I think he's a really good goalkeeper. I think he's almost as good as Howling. So I think he's going to be kind of our cup goalkeeper when we're playing some of the smaller teams. Howling will be actually the official backup. But I do think that'd be a smart move for us to do. And it makes sense to put Winsink on the bench because we don't have another defensive center mid, or not we don't have another center back. So yeah, I'm kind of good with that. Patrick's going to miss the first game as well. He's out. He's injured. Going to be returning back from injury pretty soon, hopefully. And yeah, I think we've got a side picked out and a side that should hopefully do pretty good this season. And with all luck, we'll finish mid-table like the board expects us to. That'd be nice. I think we've done a lot of good things. And tomorrow, debut of the new kits. I meant to do that tonight, and I totally forgot, and it's getting a little bit late on me. So do apologize. Tomorrow, though, they will be here. I'm going to actually work on it tonight and get it solved. I think that'll be nice. Remember, Puma and Gatorade, 3 years. 2 more years left on the deal. Should be fun. I'm excited about making these kits. I really like doing it. It is an awesome app. FM Basher, I believe is the name of it. If you aren't using it, you should be using it because it is freaking awesome, my dudes. But guys, I think that's it. Another transfer special wrapped up. Let me know down in the comments who you think is the best signing that we signed this transfer special. That should be fun. Well, another transfer special wrapped up. If you enjoyed this one, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.